Hello there. I'm here today to briefly give some insight into how to remove and or install exterior window sweeps for the 1982 through 1987 J-body platform or Cavalier Sunbird, as most of us know. Pretty much here what I have are some 1984 convertible doors that I have went and got for a fellow member who needs some rust-free convertible doors. So with that ability, I was able to get these prepped up to illustrate that purpose, and hopefully this can be something that will assist you in the event that you have to remove your exterior window sweeps by the nature of coming across a better set or some NOS parts. So basically with the window sweep still on the vehicle, you will need to remove the interior door mirror cover plate. That's one Phillips head screw. Once that's removed, it will allow you to access the mirror, and with the mirror pretty much it's just two 10mm nuts. Remove those. Just make sure you're holding the mirror once you remove the remaining nuts so that you don't drop your mirror. And now that the mirror has been removed, what you will have is at the location behind the mirror there is a horseshoe type tab with one Phillips head screw, and just so that you can see, it's relatively small and brittle, so be careful with it. I've seen these crack with relative ease at the salvage yards. At the opposing end, or your door handle or key lock end, on the interior of the car, there will be another Phillips head screw. On the convertibles, this screw is accessible with the door open. However, if you have a sedan or a coupe, you may be able to pull back your interior window sweep and access it. And you will need to have your glass all the way down to attempt this. If you can't get a small screwdriver angled to remove the interior screw on your sedan or coupe, you will have to remove your interior door panel, and at that point, once you remove that door panel, it does give you substantial space to actually retrieve that screw. It can be a little bit tedious to get at. I don't know if it's just on the way the vehicle is as far as the metal or how the screw was angled in when it was originally installed, but I've seen a variation on it based on my experience going to various junkyards, removing various window sweeps on the J-body cars. In short, at this point, once you've removed the two screws, you would want to work from the door lock end, and what I recommend is I have an upholstery tool, better known as a tree puller. Purchased this at Sears. Pretty much any online web site that sells upholstery tools has a tool similar to this. Works extremely well, and basically it will get you started on pushing up on the window sweep, and you just work down. I always recommend starting on the door lock end, because the fact that the metal at the mirror end is considerably thinner and tends to bend if any kind of real stress is put on it, and as you work towards the mirror, it will gradually pop up. Sometimes the clips on these window sweeps can really be stuck on the metal pretty good, so be patient, because you don't want to scratch your paint up in the process of removing it. But in short, you'll see here These are the clips that actually clip on the metal to the door itself that hold this on. Pretty much it's the same whether it's a Cavalier or Sunbird. Principally they mount exactly the same. They come off exactly the same. To my knowledge, there are no aftermarket window sweeps offered for the 1982 through 1987 J-body platform, and there are some possibilities where the 1988 through 1994 I have seen where some individuals have been fortunate enough to come across some dealers or other websites that have actually had some NOS window sweeps for like 1990 up to 94 models. It's I guess just a matter of doing a little search and looking up and finding them, but to my knowledge there are none made that new, and you pretty much, if you come across a good set, by all means I would get them, because these don't tend to do too well if the vehicle sits outdoors uncovered. So in short, I'm just going to kind of give you a close-up of the screws and things like that real quick, and I hope that this video has been useful, and if you have any questions, by all means I'll be more than glad to answer them. I've had plenty of experience on removing these and doors for that matter, so thanks for your time, and I'm just going to grab the camera here and kind of zoom in on the specific parts of the door so that you can see it up close, since I don't have a helper with the camera today. Okay, here you can see that's the initial screw that goes up at the mirror, and I was smart enough, I guess you could say, to have the driver's side door so I could flip it around, and you can see here where this is the interior screw. So keep in mind, you guys that have sedans and coupes, I have a coupe myself, there's a door beam that goes up this glass, and that screw is not visible like this. So we have to either remove the door panel, or if we're lucky enough we can bend back that interior door sweep here and have access to it. It just varies. I don't know why that is. Sometimes the screws are angled a little differently and more difficult to remove. I guess that's the way they came from the factory. So that's it, and thanks for your time, and I hope this has given you a little insight on removing exterior window sweeps. And as you can see here, this channel's in pretty good shape for the most part, but unfortunately the window sweep isn't. So thanks again.